Hi everybody, I'm back to show you the poinsettia tutorial. As you've seen in my Christmas on a Dime YouTube Hop flower um, little cluster, I did it out of pipe cleaner poinsettias. Now I did this one a very long time ago for my craft fairs when we lived in Japan. And I used a different pipe cleaner. I'm having trouble finding these pipe cleaners in red and green. And I also, because I had turned these into, little brooches you could wear on your shirt. But originally they look like this. They got this fuzzy little furry thing. And then it goes skinny like a regular pipe cleaner, then fuzzy. But I'm going to show you today just using any color you want. Very thin pipe cleaner. And they still come out just as gorgeous as this one does. They're just not as fuzzy, but they're still beautiful. So let's get started. What you're going to need is deciding on how big you want your flower. For these smaller ones, they're about a 3.5-inch flower. And you are going to need, for the smaller ones, about 3 3/4 length of pipe cleaner for the back row. Notice how there's the top row and then the back row. You're going to need about 6 of these, 3 1/4 inches long for the back. You'll need 2 of these, 3 1/4 inches long for the leaves. And now this one is for the smaller one. And for the inside, you're going to go a 1/2 inch smaller. So for the inside row, you'll need them to be 2 3/4 inches long. And again, you'll need 6 of them, a pipe cleaner, a pair of pliers that have wire cutter in the inside. So let's get started. Okay. I'm going to show you a bigger size. It'll probably be about 4 inches when we're done. Now, for time's sake, I've already put a bunch of the little pieces together. What you're going to do, you're just going to fold it over. You're going to put a little dab of your hot glue. Little one. It don't need to be big. Hold it together. Now, you might see some of the white glue like that on there. Don't worry about that. You're covering that up. So once you've done that, you're going to stick your whitest finger. Now, this one's my whitest finger. You're going to stick it in the inside. You're going to get your pliers. And what you're going to do, you're going to stick it right there. And you're just going to give it a twist. Just a little twist so that it turns like that. Once you do that, you'll flatten it. If you don't like the way it looks, give it a little twist more. Just a little one. And there you go. There's your leaf. You will also do that for the green one. And you'll only need 2 of the green. Hold it there very quickly. If your fingers are sensitive, use something to hold it. Nothing grand. Again, you're going to get your pliers. You're going to stick them in. Oops, let me stick my whitest finger. And squeezing with these 2 fingers. Well, I like to use my thumb. Put your thumb there and this finger there. Get it and give it, oops, I'm not showing you. Get it and give it a twist. And there you go. Now, again, like I said, for time's sake, I made these ones a 1/2 inch smaller than these ones. Now, here's the last one on that one. I'm so sorry about that. I'm getting a text from Dee. I'm having to turn that one because I put a little too much glue and it kind of burnt my finger. So put your thumb, put this finger, again, stick it in there, and oops, hold it tight and give it a twist. Let me show you that again. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. And give it a twist. Just a little twist. And it'll give you that. And if you notice that it will a little bulky or bulgy, that like this piece right here came up, just hold your finger and push it down. Okay, so now I like to use this no stick mat, and it's just a cooking mat. As you can see, I get them at the secondhand store. I just put a little bit of glue in there, and I like to have my poinsettia points facing all the same way. So all you're going to do, you're going to stick them in there, glue them all in there. Now I like to glue the flower petals first. So there you go. Now again, for these ones, for the larger flower, and you'll see how much more larger it is? I used 5-inch strands of red, and then I used, for the smaller ones, 4.5. So once that's there, I'm so sorry about that. D, I'm a-coming. I put a little bit of glue on both edges of the green. I lift it up a little bit. See, that's what's so wonderful about this mat. You put it there and it lifts up. You just put the green under there. Now, I like my green just to extend just a tad. So I kind of put it between the leaves and not all the way into the center. It's more out there. And then just right there. Then we're going to come back in. Now we're going to do our center. Isn't that, see how, oops. Sorry, I thought that was a little bit more drier. That's how easy it lifts up. So there's your poinsettia, or the beginning. Then all you're going to do is put a little dab of glue in the inside. The other thing you're going to need is yellow pom-poms. Now, you don't have to do this in traditional red and green. You can do it in silver and white. I just did one for the YouTube hop, and as you've seen it, it's in pink and white. So again, I like my little points to be going all the same way. And I just come back in, stick them in there. And I like to try and get them in between each little opening. Oops. Don't move on me. And now that I got that, I'm just going to put one more little dab of glue. And because this flower is a little bit bigger, as you can see, I used a bigger pom-pom. Now, if you have flower stamens that are red with tips of yellow, them work great too, but I always use a pom-pom. So there's your flower. There's your poinsettia. Now, I'm going to use this piece of paper so that you can see it better. Now, if you want your poinsettia to open up a little bit more, you just open up your leaves a little. But don't open it too wide so that you don't unfold your fold. And another thing you can do if you want it to be more dimensional, pick the leaves up a little. See? And it still looks just as gorgeous. Sorry about the lighting. And as you can see in my the YouTube hop one, what I did was I made smaller ones so that I could make and I'm going to open this real quick, so that I could make a cluster. Now, because the green is going this way, I turned these green ones and I just stuck them in there like that, going kind of in the opposite direction. And then it makes a beautiful cluster. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed enjoyed this poinsettia tutorial. I hope you give it a shot. Thanks everybody for watching. Talk with you later.